Hi, I'm Sally.
And I'm Semma, and we are
The Buffy Babes. We're going to be talking all things Buffy, rewatch, reboot, and fun facts.
So let's go.
In the penultimate episode of season 1 of Buffy, an invisible menace is terrorizing those close to Cordelia. Her boyfriend is attacked with a bat in the locker room, her best friend is pushed down the stairs, and one of her favourite teachers almost asphyxiates with a plastic bag over her head. While the Scooby Gang investigates the cause of this menace, Cordelia enlists the help of Buffy to protect her in the lead up to the announcement of the May Queen. It is discovered that the attacks are coming from a girl named Marcy Ross, a student previously in Willow and Xander's classes who, after being ignored in high school, and particularly by Cordelia and her friends, slowly became invisible and increasingly angry and unstable. The episode ends with Marcy being taken away by two mysterious men in suits to join a covert program for invisible people.
Ooh,
Out of mind, out of sight.
such a good episode. I really love this one. I feel like this is also one of those episodes that you could probably start Buffy with watching and you will just love it instantly.
Yeah.
It's such a good, it gives you everything this episode because we get Angel is back in this episode. We get the depth of Cordelia's backstory, Buffy's backstory of her being at school and being popular. And Harmony is in here. There's so many different elements in this episode that I really love, and you sort of get a bit of everything in it, which makes it so I guess entertaining in that way of you're learning so many different little bits because I love a backstory. I'm a backstory kind of gal. So the more backstories, the better. And this episode definitely has that, doesn't it?
It's interesting because I never think of this episode as being up there as one of the great Buffy episodes. When I think of my favorites, it's definitely not one that I think about. But I really enjoyed rewatching this, and I remember the first time I saw this, I absolutely loved the ending of Marcy going into this program of how to assassinate people and strangle them. That kind of this weird government agency that's doing this. I loved that ending. And I still loved watching it again. It was just such a good episode. You're right. It's got so many different elements to it. I love how much we see of Cordelia in this episode.
Yes, definitely. And she has some great lines. I wrote down, there's obviously too many, but I just love
good lines.
So many things that she says, even when she runs into the library to get asked Buffy to protect her. She's like, I know we have our differences with you being all weird and all, but and hanging out with these total losers.
While they're all just sitting there.
I love that. And that actually reminds me that, because from then on, she does always start everything with an insult first.
Yeah.
Which I always find quite hilarious. And that's also the first time that her and Giles interact as well, because they actually form quite a nice friendship, I think.
Yeah. So I liked the line as well where Giles says, I don't recall seeing you in here before. And Cordelia goes, oh, no, I have a life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah.
And it's also, I think this episode is also, is this where Angel and Giles first interact?
Yes, it is. So a lot of firsts in this one. Yeah. Yes, it is the first time they interact because up until then, he has just been seeking Buffy out to tell her there's danger. And then we have that Angel episode when she finds out that he's a vampire. We haven't actually seen him since, have we? We haven't seen him since.
That was a good 4 episodes ago or something.
Was it that long? Yeah. So we haven't seen him since then when she finds out that he's a vampire. So this is the first time he's come to the library. I really like that whole thing with the no reflection. I feel like that's such a neat little thing that they put in to remind you of he's a vampire.
Yeah. So without having to explicitly say, say, hey, remember this? It's a nifty little way of including that bit of information.
Yeah. And I also really like that this is the start of sort of angel wisdom, because I do remember that he does impart really good things of wisdom throughout Buffy the Vampire Slayer, doesn't he? So he says how having a reflection is an underrated pleasure. And I feel that's so smart when people take for granted the things that they have every day. And it's sort of like little subtle things like that, little wisdom things that he just slips in there just by talking because he's just so, wise. And that does also like open up the whole thing of the fact that he is over 100 years old.
Yeah.
So he is actually wise. He's not 18, even though he died at 18. He's not at 18. He is an older man. He is a wiser man. So he has this whole vibe about him of being that older, wiser man.
I also like that he and Giles can kind of connect on that more academic side of things as well. That they
Yeah.
can talk about all these old books and monsters and demons
Mm.
and stuff because Giles has studied it. Angel's been around long enough that he's,
Yeah, he
encountered a
knows.
lot of these texts. He's seen the
Yeah.
monsters, and they're kind of on a par in that respect.
Yeah, which is why it's, even worse when the whole gelling calendar thing happens because him and Angel
Mm,
have like a friendship and a bond and like he trusts him to take care of Buffy when he can't and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah.
I think that's why it hits so much harder when that happens. And obviously why he could never forgive Angel again. I could never forgive him again, to be honest. Like, it doesn't matter whether you were soulless or not, you still did it.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway.
That's for a future episode.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, I love the start. This episode has a lot of good starts of friendships in it. We get the start of friendship of Harmony and Cordelia. I really like the way they talk together and that have that dynamic because Harmony is very much like the ditzy blonde,
Yeah.
where she would normally be the most popular one in like other TV shows, but Cordelia is the more popular one, and she's actually very smart, and she's got her head screwed on, and she's trying to do well
Yeah.
in school, even though she sounds like ridiculous sometimes.
That
But
was
she is trying.
yeah, that was something that struck me as well is in all previous episodes, Cordelia has just been the typical cool girl, the popular one in high school. But in
Mm,
this episode, we kind of see, I mean, we see a lot of her character and
mm,
personality coming through, but is that she does care about her grades. We
mm,
see her participating in class discussions. We see her going to her teacher to ask for help about an assignment.
mm.
She does care about her marks. She does care about school. She's not just there to be popular and look pretty.
Yeah. But she also wants to be popular and look pretty. And I
Mm.
love when she says when she wins Make Read, what does she say? I wrote that down. Oh, thank you all for making the right choice and showing me how much you love me. I thought that was just so
Cordelia.
hilariously like it's just hilarious. Like it's not even narcissistic. It's like a different, like hilarious level of someone obviously trying very hard to
Yeah.
be really good at what she's doing. Because I don't
Yeah.
think Cordelia's a narcissist at all. I think she's just very switched on. She's very on it. She
Mm.
knows how to
She is,
succeed
yeah.
in the school environment.
Switched on. That is spot on, I reckon. She
Mm,
is absolutely switched on, yeah. She knows
yeah,
what she needs to do
yeah,
and she's good at doing it.
yeah. She's very good at doing it. She's not like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like, you know, hang out in the library and never talk to anybody again because that's not going to achieve her goals. Like
Yeah.
she did start doing that, didn't she? And then because when she was hanging out with the group and
Yeah.
she was very much part of the group, she stopped hanging out with her own group, which meant that everything she'd been working so hard on all
Yeah.
those years started to decline.
Yeah.
Which I feel so badly for her because she does work hard and I love Cordelia. She's so good at what she does.
And that line she says to Buffy where she's, explaining to Buffy that she also feels lonely
Mm,
and or she's like, you think you're the only one. I feel lonely and Buffy's like, but you're always surrounded by people, why do you do it kind of thing.
yeah.
And Cordelia says, oh, it beats being alone all by yourself. I think
Yeah,
that's just so sad.
it's so sad, but also very true. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure that's also like, I feel like the most relatable part, because whether you're popular or not, sometimes, especially in high school, you're getting to know yourself. You don't know yourself.
Mm,
Um, and so you do feel like you're surrounded by people who don't know you because you don't know you. You
yeah.
don't know how to
Yeah.
express yourself. You don't know how to be yourself. You're learning all of that. So yes, you might have a good, nice group of friends, but they don't know you. They don't know who you are. They don't know who you feel like.
Mm,
Um, because you're just getting to know that. So I feel like everyone, no matter how popular or unpopular they are, would always feel that way, especially
yeah.
in this time of their lives. So I feel like it's literally like one of the most relatable lines, I think.
It is, yeah. And the whole episode, I think absolutely everyone who went to high school is going to relate to this episode. And the feelings that you have in high school. And I love that it's not just the extreme of Marcy, who, is literally ignored to the point where she turns invisible. But we also have Buffy, who like gets a bit sidelined in her little circle of friends when Willow and Xander are constantly talking about things that happened in their past or in
they have their inner jokes.
Like yeah. And we see Buffy on the outside of that, and we see her feel lonely, even though she's got two best friends. And then we see the most popular girl in the school, Cordelia, who's constantly surrounded by people, also being lonely. So it's like literally every single person, every level, in the social hierarchy in high school is feeling that loneliness. So I think literally everyone would be able to relate to this episode through one of those characters or a mixture or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I think it's just such a good one. So if like anybody was to ever start Buffy, I feel like this would be a really good starter. Just because it's so entertaining in so many different ways. I also did feel really sorry for the invisible girl living in the attic. I mean,
I know. What about her parents? I mean, surely they didn't ignore her.
I don't know. Maybe they did, because maybe it's that thing of like, they're at home, she's at school, they come home late, they assume she's just done her homework and gone to bed, like, and a few days of that, it gets to the weekend and she's not there. It's like, oh, I thought she was like, in her room kind of thing.
Yeah.
I could sort of see how that would happen, that would play out in that respect.
Yeah.
Because I just think she's fine, just doing her own thing. But then there is a missing persons report. So obviously they then realized she was missing at some point and put out a missing persons report. But 6 months is a long time, isn't it, for her to be like living in the attic?
Living in the attic, yeah. Playing the flute and plotting her revenge on Cordelia.
She
went crazy.
Yeah, literally. Well, the isolation is like one of those torture things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not being able to speak to anyone and have no one speak to you. I was thinking, like, in the flashbacks when she shows her, like, trying to talk to Cordelia and get involved with the conversation and they're just blatantly ignoring her. I personally would never do that anyway. I would never approach the most popular girl in school and try and speak to her, and obviously like stay completely away because I know that it's just trying to play with fire there.
Yeah, the notorious mean girl. Maybe she could have found someone better to be friends with. Like, make an effort with Willow. I'm sure Willow.
Yeah.
Although, like, Willow did sign the yearbook with "Have a great summer."
Yeah. But I feel like it's so tricky. Like, I'm sure she did try, but she just was most annoyed with Cordelia. I guess because she wanted what Cordelia had. It was very obvious that she just wanted to be surrounded by people and friends and be popular. That's what she wanted, and she was so bitterly jealous. Yeah. Rather than otherwise she could have gone after anyone, really.
Yeah, true. I did like Cordelia's line where she goes, "This is all about me. Me, me, me." It's like, well, actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah, exactly. And when Buffy's trying to fight her, she's like, "Cordelia, shut up." I love that. But we get a really good Buffy moment, don't we? Of her like listening and doing her like, I can, because she does the same kind of thing in that episode. Is it season 6? When they can't see the demons anymore.
Comes.
When they can't see the demons anymore. Tara does the spell.
Yeah,
and they can't see demons.
6. Tabula rasa.
Yes. Very good.
There's also the one where isn't it like in season 2 maybe, where they blindfold her, where the Watchers Council blindfold her and make her fight without being able to see.
That's season 5. When she's trying to get the information about Glory. Yeah. So she's really good at doing that. I really like when she does all like her closing their eyes and concentrating thing. It just makes it look really cool.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so cool. I don't even want to do that. Like, what could I hit if I was listening really carefully?
I would not survive at all. I would be like knocked out cold within a second.
Yeah, just like try walking through your house or something with your eyes closed.
Something
I am
else
Buffy.
Really in this episode is that at the end, that Buffy wasn't intimidated by like the FBI guys at all. And it made me realize that anyone in a position of power doesn't intimidate her at all. She's just so like self-assured in that respect. Like if these two, impressive men in suits came to my high school and was like, yes, we'll take over from here, I'd be like, oh, good. Thank goodness, someone who knows what they're doing. But Buffy is just like, about time, where have you been, kind of thing. Like, she's so sure of herself and so...
Yeah. It's a bit like that with the police, isn't it? At the end of... Is it end of season 2? When she's wanted for murder.
Yeah.
And the police are like always trying to get her. She's a bit like that then. Like, she doesn't respect them or like be like, oh, no, officer, it wasn't me or whatever. She's just like, no.
Yeah.
I know I need to get out of this situation.
I like that.
I like that too. Yeah, that's good. And I was thinking, like, when the invisible girl, I forgot what her name is now.
Marcy. Oh,
Marcy.
Emma.
I know.
Invisible to you too.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, Marcy. I'll sign something different in your yearbook. When she hits Buffy in the face, and Buffy's sitting in the chair, and like Buffy really like feels it, doesn't she? So I was wondering, like, does being invisible make her stronger, or is she just, I don't know.
I think it's probably just the element of surprise that Buffy can't brace herself for it, or that she just doesn't know it's coming in any way.
And I guess she's also strapped to a chair. So yeah. No, I thought that was interesting. Like, does she have more powers? Like, is she super strong and invisible? Or
yeah,
I don't know.
So in this episode, is it Buffy who calls it like Hellmouth physics?
Yes.
Or something. So it's not a spell. It's not a curse. It's not a monster or a demon or a vampire. It's just living on the Hellmouth has turned these kind of human emotions into like something more tangible.
It's manifested into real things. Yeah.
Just like in the Nightmares episode, I suppose.
Yes.
So maybe, when that happened, it did just change her to make her stronger or whatever, something else at the same time as causing her to go invisible. It's possible.
Does this whole manifesting thing, living on the Hellmouth, ever happen again? Because I feel like it only happens literally in this season with those 2 episodes, and then it never really feels like there's any sort of manifesting of anything because they're on the Hellmouth, not because they've done a spell or something.
Yeah. I can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't think of one either. Because there's obviously that thing of like how everyone in the town just always forgets the fact that there are monsters and vampires and no one seems to move away.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't yet. There isn't any more episodes where it's because of a manifestation from living on the Hellmouth, not a spell or a demon.
That's almost a shame, isn't it? Because they could have done a lot more with that.
That's true. It could have gone in lots of different directions in that way. But maybe they wanted to stick more to like physical things that Buffy can fight, because like it's hard to fight manifestations all the time, isn't it? I suppose. Yeah.
And it's funny that it's only bad things that come true.
Yeah, like just go to Sunnydale and just manifest like I'm a millionaire now. Yes.
Yeah. Manifesting my dream buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so rich.
Rich and shredded.
That's what I'd be doing on the Hellmouth.
Yes, that's all you'll do. So this was a really good episode. Do you have any fun facts about it?
A couple of fun facts. I mean, I thought it was such a good episode, but I couldn't find too many interesting tidbits about the episode. So this episode was also filmed out of order relative to others.
Okay.
So it wasn't filmed in the sequence where it appears in the season. So this episode also gave the producers confidence to expand Cordelia's role in subsequent seasons. So we see her appearing on and off throughout season 1, but this is the first episode we really see her as the main focus in an episode, and we see her almost being part of the Scooby gang for a bit
Yeah.
anyway, don't we? And that happens a lot more in seasons 2 and 3 before she leaves the show.
Yes.
And it's not surprising, is it? Because I thought the energy that Cordelia brings the group when she's in there is so good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they did expand her role in the show.
Yeah, because I think it rounds out the dynamic better, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It kind of, it fills in a bit of something that's missing. I feel
Otherwise, they're all just like following Buffy, and Giles is telling her what to do.
They're all getting along. They're all being nice.
Yeah.
Each person has it, but she just, she brings something else to the group.
Bit of spice.
Yeah. And also, shooting the invisible scenes required heavy choreography for the actors to time their reactions to the invisible attacks precisely, which would be kind of funny.
That sounds cool.
Having to fight nothing.
Yeah. It's just what we do at home anyway, isn't it? When you're practicing.
Yeah.
Hiya, hiya. We're already really good at that. I would hate to fight an actual person.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to it.
Yeah. Better watch out, Sally. Yeah, so I really like this episode. It was again one of those cliffhangers, wasn't it? Like the teacher's pet one that you never notice again, never comes up again. I don't know, is there an army of invisible people out there somewhere? Like
I mean, something that was quite cool about that ending is it's almost like a kind of sneak peek at the initiative in season 4. I mean, I know it's a different department, but it's that same kind of idea, isn't it? Of
that's
like a
true.
Government department that's dealing in the paranormal.
Yeah.
And
because you'd think that would be a thing. Like
yeah. Given that it's so well known in Sunnydale, it makes sense that there is some kind of official involvement with it.
Yeah.
We also see that a lot more in season 3, don't we, with the mayor?
Yes, that's true. With all of his politics, and he's trying to like get everyone on his side of the demons as well as the people, and he's got his big plan, and so that's when we start to sort of like see it more, isn't it? And then the initiative in season 4, I think that's why the initiative fits quite well, like that concept, because you'd think from the start that people would, the government would catch on to something about demons and vampires, and even what they were doing of like researching them and taking them apart and seeing how they work, and like that's what people would do anyway, isn't it? Like scientists and stuff. So I feel like that storyline worked so well for that season and made the whole thing of her going to university really interesting. So I do like that is like a little sprinkle right now, isn't it? Of a reflection of what could be later on. Well, if you sort of think of it that way.
Exactly. It's very X-Files-esque as well, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I like the X-Files.
Me too.
Yeah. Another podcast.
Add it to our list.
Yes.
Yeah, no, this was a good episode. This was one where I really enjoyed rewatching it. I think it's one of the better episodes from season 1 for sure.
Yes, definitely. I'm excited for Angel to be a bit more involved now. I didn't really realize how uninvolved he is in season 1. I guess because he's like the main thing in season 2, because it's all about their relationship. I sort of forget how uninvolved he is in season 1. I guess because season 1 is more about Buffy and the Scooby Gang developing and those relationships.
He really does just pop up and either give Buffy a warning or impart some knowledge or wisdom on them, and then he disappears again. Like he's there so infrequently. Yeah, that it's really weird, isn't it? It's nice when we see him more in season 2 as the love interest and as the big bad.
Yeah. But then it really makes sense then, because I remember a Buffy line in season 2 when Willow's telling Buffy, that you should ask Angel out because you like him. And she's like, oh, I know how that relationship will go. Hi, honey, you're in danger. See you next week or something. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's why, because she barely ever sees him.
Very self-aware.
Yeah. So that line makes way more sense now because you do see him a lot in season 2, so it doesn't quite make sense unless you watch it from this slower perspective like we're doing. We're rewatching every episode and talking about it more in depth than you would if you were just rewatching it by yourself. And you do realize that actually he does hardly ever appear. So of course you wouldn't think that you could have a relationship with someone like that because you just never see them, even if you do fancy them.
I mean, so when this came out, you were watching it, perhaps not every week or not every episode, but you had that once a week kind of
it was once a week
routine.
So basically, this.
Do you remember like Angel not really being much of a part of season 1, or I don't know, what's your memory of it?
I don't really remember.
Watched it all at once, so to me, he appeared.
Yeah.
I didn't have that break in between episodes like we're doing at the moment.
I think because I was also so young, I don't really remember in that way. I just remember more, like, I guess, of the overall storyline, really. I don't remember the details of what happened. And I think when it was on TV, I didn't always watch it. I was only allowed to watch it sometimes, maybe. So I don't know how religious I was with watching it on TV, but I remember when the tapes came out, the VHS tapes, that's when I was watching it through more quickly, I suppose. But I was a little bit older then. So I guess what we're doing right now, I've never really seen it in this way as an adult, understanding it fully, which is really interesting. It
change the flow of the season, doesn't it?
It does. It changes your perspective of the characters. It changes the flow of it. It changes, like, I guess, how each episode interacts.
Yeah.
Because you do actually have to remember what happened last time.
Yeah. Previously on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, so those things are actually really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've honestly never watched a season this slow since Netflix came out.
Yeah.
Like, before that, you'd always just watch it every week, wouldn't you? With Supernatural and whatever else is on, Vampire Diaries, you'd watch the episode as they came out. But you don't have that choice now. So it's very interesting to see it at this speed.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And
it really makes you reflect more on the characters, I think, and what happens in each episode.
Yeah, because I definitely realized, like, as soon as I got the Buffy DVDs, and it does just go from episode to episode, you just sort of stop paying attention, I suppose. You do watch it all.
Yeah, it's so easy to just have it on while you're doing other things, isn't it? And not pay attention, not really keep up with what's going on. Yeah. Even so, I'm watching The Vampire Diaries for the first time, as you know, but I haven't watched it for a while. But even with that, watching a show that I've never seen before, I'm still doing other stuff at the first time, so I'm not actually paying that much attention. There must be so much that I'm missing on it. And it would be the same with Buffy as well. If people are watching it for the first time now on Disney, not really paying that much attention, they just must miss so much in each episode.
So everyone needs to do a podcast of everything they're watching. It's the only way to analyze it and understand it.
Absolutely.
So what's the next episode, Sally?
So next is the final of season 1, Prophecy Girl.
Is it really already?
Yeah, episode 12. So it's a short season, only 12 episodes in season 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a big showdown between Buffy and the Master.
Okay, so Giles really doesn't have very long to, like, do a bit of research then, because Angel's only just given him the book in this episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's something else I was going to say as well. I loved like when Angel saves them from the boiler room.
Yeah.
And they don't tell Buffy it was him who helped them get out.
Right.
It reminded me so much of the Thanksgiving episode in season 4 where he comes back and nobody tells
they don't
Buffy
tell
that
her.
he's back in town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always keeping Angel a secret from Buffy. I love it.
Yeah. It's only because he's such a stalker, though.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, oh my gosh, okay, so that's great. 1, because I do love this episode, and 2, I can't wait to get to season 2 because it is my favorite season.
Me too. Well, I'm excited to get to season 2, but I don't much like Prophecy Girl, so.
Oh, it is a good episode, though. All right, well, I guess we'll discuss it next time, Sally.
See you then.
Bye.
What did you think of this episode?
Let us know in the comments below.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week.
We're not just saying, we're slaying.
We are the Buffy Babes.